Assalamu alaikum. Hi guys, this is Sarah. You also know me as the Fetal Search. This video today is going to be in response to a video that I got from username dcamamooz. Sorry if that's not how you pronounce your username, but as he said in his video, his name is Brother Muhammad, or Mooz for short. And so this is in reply to his video he made asking me about prayer and the sweetness of Iman. So as a concept in Islam, I'm not very familiar with the concept of sweetness of Iman, because I know there's a specific concept to it. I saw a video of Yusuf Estes about it before, and what my interpretation of sweetness of Iman is definitely not exactly the same as his, but maybe I'm not familiar with the concept. But I can definitely tell you about how I feel when I'm praying and stuff. Well, I'll start with talking about dua first. As Muslims, we all know that dua is a very important type of prayer in supplement to our required prayers. But for me especially, dua is very important because coming from the background of being an ex-Christian, there are no really, well, at least in my sect of Christianity that I used to be in, there were no like required prayers that we had to do. And so basically, supplication to God was in the form of basically dua, where you would put your hands together, pray, right? Even though in Islam we do it like this, hold it like this, over the face like that when we're done. But I can tell you about how I feel when I'm doing dua. When I'm actually praying dua, I have a mixture of emotions at times, depending on what I'm talking about. Sometimes I feel sad if I'm talking about something sad, if I'm, excuse me, turning off my fan, if I'm praying for somebody who has cancer or something like that that I know, then I tend to feel sad. Or if I'm talking about, or if I'm asking that I get help in my life from my parents, you know, there's mixed emotions there. I think that what's important with dua is, along with the feelings you get during, which are usually related to the topics that you're praying about, is the feeling that you get afterward. I feel, well, the best that I could compare it to is when you take a really long breath in, just for a really long time, and then just let it out. That feeling of release and of just relaxation in the moment when I go like that, that's something that feels really good to me after I pray, because, you know, it's hard when you're stressed by so many things. Especially for me, my biggest stressor is my parents and the situation with my family that I'm in. And so getting that moment of relaxation and peace with myself is something that's really important to me. It's something that I can't underestimate its importance, because it really does mean a lot to me. To get that moment of just your heart feeling better and relaxed. It's really hard to describe what that feeling is like when, you know, it's hard to get that, because I feel like I'm always in a stressful situation. But as for Salah, the name of our required prayers for those of my non-Muslim / new Muslim listeners out there, You know, I just recently learned how to do Salah a little while ago because I had been trying to learn from videos and from papers and stuff like that, but everything that I read, I just never understood it fully. And you know, it's difficult, especially for a convert, to get that connection with your community where you can ask somebody, hey, can you please sit down with me for a while and teach me how to pray? Because I mean, too, it's an embarrassing thing for someone like me where I've identified myself as Muslim for 2 years, yet at the same time I haven't known how to pray the required prayers because it's hard for me to understand. And I'm still under the opinion, now that I know how to do it, that those kind of things are way too difficult to learn from. And so, little sneak peek for future videos, inshallah, I'm probably going to be doing a really easy step-by-step prayer salah instruction videos for my other convert brothers and sisters, new Muslims, etc. But not to stray off topic, how I feel when I'm doing salah is different than when I'm doing dua, which I actually find really interesting. I feel happy. I don't feel excited, like jumping out of my seat, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna pray now, yeah. Like, no, I don't feel like that, and that'd be unrealistic for me to say that I feel like that. But I feel happy inside that I'm going to do something that isn't for myself, that is solely for worshiping the Creator. I feel very happy about that. I feel happy that I'm doing something that isn't, oh, what can I get, you know? And especially for a convert to learn something that's such a huge part of Islam is very important. It is very important for me as a convert. So I feel happy that I'm doing something that I should be doing and that is important to my faith, because especially as a convert, my parents don't allow me to go to the mosque. So I really have hardly any kind of connection with my Muslim community. It's really difficult. I actually learned how to pray from Brother Imran, who I've talked about earlier in some of my earlier videos. He sat down with me for quite a while and dealt with all of my questions and stuff. And so, you know, it's something that's important to me, that it makes me feel more connected to other Muslims. You know, it's just hard to describe feelings, you know, when you're doing something that I feel is intimate. I think prayer is an intimate act. You're in submission to God, and you're putting yourself in a position that is extremely submission when you're in sajud, the bowing. And, well, I don't mean bow as when you're standing here slantways. I'm talking about sajud when you have your head down on the ground. But if that helps any about how I feel about prayer and stuff, I mean, I hope I helped you understand how I feel. But overall, I do very much feel a sense of calm and peace when I'm done with doing my prayers. And inshallah, I can continue to do these on a regular basis and get into the swing of things. Thank you so much for making a video, because I mean, I don't often get people who make videos in response to my video, and in response to any of my videos, excuse me. And so it's interesting to hear from somebody from their own mouth, you know, seeing them on a video, about how they feel about things and about their questions. So definitely, if you make a video response, I will answer. So thank you, everyone who's listening, and thank you, Brother Muhammad, for your question, and I hope, inshallah, I answered your question how you wanted me to, I suppose, and I did so to the best of my ability. I hope to hear back from all of you about how you feel during prayer and things like that. You can leave that in the comments about your feelings. What do you feel is associated with prayer, as in what kind of feelings for you as a person like me. I talked about my feelings, how I feel towards prayer from a convert's perspective. But thank you for listening, everybody. Please subscribe if you enjoy my videos. If not, whatever. That's okay too. And so you can comment on my channel, on my videos, or send me a message. I am always glad to hear from you. Thank you so much for listening to this entire rambling video, and I will see you next time. This is Sarah. You also know me as The Feudal Search. Assalamu alaikum.